and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a holiday look for you, as you can tell from my backdrop. Yeah, basically, I was like, what is that weird spot in the backdrop? That it's light on the thing. Anyway, but yeah, like I'm the sort of person, like I work with a mail, so you would think that I would get like lots of warnings. It's really warm here. Lots of warnings when the holiday season is approaching. I do, yet I somehow still manage to forget the fact that like the holiday season is actually happening and all, and you know, I want to do makeup tutorials for it, but then I look at my calendar and I'm like, oh wait, I should actually start filming those at some point in time before actual Christmas. So yeah, here we are. The look today is going to be mostly focused on the lips and quite a simple eye look, so let's get on to it. I've already applied my NYX Marshmallow Primer and I'm going to use the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I'm just going to use this combination because I really want to go for more of a, you know, skincare vibe, you know, like my skin but better, than for a full-on, full face, full coverage moment. That entire sentence made far more sense in my head, by the way. So we're gonna just focus on a natural skin today and, you know, yeah, just actually go for that first and then for the eyes. Wow, I'm changing my ways. Now I'm taking a little bit of a risk because I'm using Ellis Faas Milky Lips actually, as a red blush. Because I don't actually have a red liquid or cream blush. The reason that's a bit of a risk is because I had literally never used it as a blush before. But luckily it looks like a natural, you know, a natural little red blush and not like skin irritation. So that's good. Then for contour I am going to use an actual cream contour product. This one is Creamy Stick Contour by KIKO. As always, everything I use will be listed below the video for convenience. Okay, so this is how I apply it roughly. And then I'm just going to carefully blend it out. By the way, yes, I am actually finally using a sponge again. Because literally I'm always too lazy to dampen the sponge to then use it. However, I feel like when you use cream products it really does pay off, you know, to bother with the sponge, just because I feel like with a brush I always feel like it dries out quicker. And then I end up feeling like I cannot for the life of me properly blend it and I end up with weird spots on my face and that's just not what I want. So yeah, sponge is a lot better for that, I feel. Then a little bit of highlighter. I'm not going to do the concealer yet. Just because, well, I'm not that much of a daredevil and if I screw it up with my eye look, I still want to be able to fix it. So yeah, concealer is going to have to wait until my eyes are done. Then even closer we get for the eyebrows. Yes, I have totally grabbed the mirror closer so I can also see what I'm doing, because that's usually better for the end results. But I'm just going to keep them relatively simple. Simple, natural, and now we can move on to the eye look. I'm just priming my eyelids first. Now next up I'm going to use the Catrice Pro Slim eyeshadow palette Neon Earth, which has this kind of colors. Yeah, I just like to use for at least one of my makeup looks during each season to use a distinctly budget-proof palette, because I feel like some people still think you need really expensive eyeshadows in order to do nice looks. You don't. Like, especially if you're just starting out with makeup, you don't need to buy a €50 makeup palette immediately. Like this one was like 5 to 10 euros maybe. And it's also good. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off with a natural shade. I'm just putting this color in my crease with a big fluffy blender, because I really want to focus for this look to be on my lips. However, I do want my eyes to have a nice shape to them, so I'm just basically going to do a bit of an eye contour really. By the way, if you really are a beginner, one advice I can give you with this step, just place a little bit of eyeshadow on the brush, put it in the part where you want it to be the darkest and then start blending from there. And that is another convenience with a cheaper eyeshadow palette. Typically they're going to be a little bit less pigmented, so there's less of a chance of accidentally applying too much immediately. Which is nice. Now that's really the only crease color I want, so I'm going to use a little bit of a very pale nude eyeshadow to highlight my brow bone. And then going over that with big fluff hair blender once more, and then the crease is done. Now for the eyelid we're gonna go for shimmer, and I'm going to apply it with a blending brush, quite a firm one, but not an eyeshadow brush that's flat, because I don't want this to be full on metallic. And just as with the crease color, I'm gonna apply it first in the inner corner because I want it to be the heaviest there. The sparkliest in this case. And then just blend it outwards over the rest of my eyelids. And just make sure it's blended on all edges, just so you don't get weird harsh lines in there. Next up I'm gonna do a bit of a wing. We're gonna smudge it out later, but you know, just gonna apply it first, because this is eyeshadow, it's not like it's going to dry out. But I'm just applying it with this brush. This is a very flat brush. And I'm using a very dark brown eyeshadow. The reason I'm going for eyeshadow and not liquid liner is obviously because I want to blend it out. And I don't know, if you ever try to blend out liquid liner, you probably know that that just does not work. Period. But I'm just going to apply this, sort of merge it into my upper lash line here. And I'm also going to apply a little bit in my inner corner. Now if your eyes are very close set together, you could leave this away because the brightness is going to make it look like your eyes are further apart. But I prefer to do it on me simply because I feel like otherwise I just get this really weird bare spot of brightness in the middle of my face, which I don't know, like it just looks better on me, I feel, to apply it in my inner corner as well a little bit. But yeah, that just depends on your own face shape, so just look at yourself and see what you like. Now I'm just gonna apply a little bit of a dark eyeshadow, but not as dark as the one that I just applied on a small fluffy blender. And go over the edge of the wing on the top side. I want to blend it out. I don't want to completely like fade it away though. So I do want a little bit of product on my brush before I start doing this. But I don't want too much that it just makes my entire outer corner dark. Just a little bit, and then just keep going over the edge of the wing until it basically looks like this. Still distinctly a wing shape, but just a lot more like faded, blurry, more like a shadow really. Okay, so we're done with the eye look on the top part of the eyes, except for eyelashes obviously, but anyways, you know, eyeshadow wise we're done. Yeah, at this point you might have some fallout underneath your eyes, which, you know, this is the perfect moment to remove that fallout. If you don't have fallout, you can immediately move on to the next step, which is a concealer. Whether you want to go for a very natural shade or for a brightening one is entirely up to you, of course. I'm gonna go for a more natural shade today. Now some powder. Also, random fun fact, like I just seriously read this online. But like, you know, John Cleese is like totally un-makeup related by the way, but still, I'm going to tell you anyway. But John Cleese, you know, from Fawlty Towers. In Fawlty Towers there was, like he was married in Fawlty Towers, and there was also this housekeeper. And John Cleese, like the actor's wife, was actually playing the housekeeper and not his wife in the series. I don't know, I thought it was kind of funny. Like, this is probably not information you actually cared about, but hey, now you know. I'm actually using quite a little bit of powder today because, well, I've already done cream contour and cream blush and cream highlight. So it's not like I need my face to be not sticky. So the products won't, you know, cling to it too much because we're not going to apply any colored powders on it. I just want it to be matte enough to, you know, be mattified, but not too matte, if you get what I mean. And next up, I'm just going to apply some eyebrow gel, preferably not in a hair. Well, non-eyebrow hair. You get what I mean. Anyways, like seriously though, did you ever watch Fawlty Towers? I know it's pretty old, but like I still have it on DVD and all. Like some of the jokes are so stupid, yet they're so hilarious still. Yeah, I still like it. I'm also just going to quickly apply my setting spray while I'm still working on the face anyways. And then we're just going to go back to the eyes. Now, I just want the bottom part to be a little bit more smoky. For that we're going to use this brush and the shade that I use to blend out the wing. So not the wing color, but the slightly paler one. And I'm just applying the shade between my lower lashes in the outer corner. Sort of dragging it inwards. And then I'm going to go back to my crease shade and the small fluffy blender. That has a bit of dust on it for some reason. And blend this out. It always helps to pull a weird face to really tighten the skin there. Like if you're like 15 years old or something, you probably won't have to do this because it will still be tight. But if you're like me, nearing your 30s, you know, you might want to actually do some facial exercises in order to pull the skin tight, so you actually blend it smoothly and don't blend it into the lines. And then false lashes, I'm gonna go for Panther by xoBeauty. Okay, I'm just waiting for the glue on the eyelash to dry a little bit so it's actually sticky. Also, by the way, talking about age, I'm going to walk the rest of the week like I'm an ancient zombie. No, really, or like the mummy in the beginning of the movie, but like less smooth. Because I went jogging today for the first time in ages. I really need to do that more often, it's just that I hate jogging. I like skating, but skating I just don't always have time to go skating, because if you go skating I always go for quite a while. Whereas with jogging I go for like 15 to 20 minutes. You know, it's a lot quicker, takes a lot less time. I'm just pretty terrible at it, probably because I don't do it often enough. And then I do it and then I regret it, sort of. Well, I don't really regret it. I know I'm going to regret it the rest of the week though, because I'm going to walk like I said, I'm going to walk like a partly decayed zombie, mummy, horror movie thing. Frankenstein's monster, that sort of stuff. Anyways, lashes. Okay, here's just a really quick before and after. As you can tell, they're very, very furry and very like wispy, and oh, I love these so much. And also they're thicker on the outer corner, so they really give it a nice winged out effect even more. They're actually the same lashes that I used in the 60s inspired look that I did. That's the last look I filmed, not the last look that went online, if I remember correctly. But anyways, also, just now I realized I am very happy that I went jogging this morning, because it just started raining really hard. And this morning it was sunny. Okay, the second one is on there too. I still need to squeeze them a little bit on my normal, like my natural lashes. But I'll do that once the glue is a little bit drier. Anyhow, I just remembered that this is supposed to be a beginner-friendly look. So, advice for beginners. Do wait for the glue to dry a little bit. The reason I always do that is very simply because if you wait 30 seconds or until the glue sort of starts to go a little bit more see-through, you know, then when you put the lashes on, they're actually going to stick. And you can just put them on carefully, stick the edges down, and they're done. You might need to push them down a little bit, but overall they're just going to stick down fine. Whereas if you apply the glue on the lashes and then immediately pop them on, well, they're just going to be gliding all over your eyelids. You're going to have glue all over your eyelids. You're going to have glue in your natural lashes. You're going to have glue in your contact lenses if you wear contact lenses. If not, you're just going to have glue in your eyeballs, which is, you know, not very nice either. It's just going to make your life a lot more difficult to not wait for the glue to dry. So if you want to have it easy, wait for the glue to dry a little, so you can just actually stick them on and be done with it. And what I mean with squeezing them down is literally just folding your tool, whatever you're using, on them and just bending them a little bit, pressing them to the eyelid, just so they're really stuck right above your natural lashes. And then I'm just gonna apply some fill eye pencil on the waterline, and then we still need to do mascara. Okay, ignore this, I'm gonna remove it later. But anyways, in terms of mascara, it doesn't really matter what mascara you use. Well, I wouldn't go for a very clumpy one, but you know. Yeah, it's just meant to stick your own lashes together to the falsies. With the falsies. And if you're blonde, then this is also going to help your own lashes to not look very pale against the falsies. I color my eyelashes, so I don't really have that issue anymore. But, you know. And then the lips. If you use the same product as I do, then you can just use the same product as I do. Which is Glitter Goals by NYX. Anyway. If you don't have this particular product, you can use a different glittery lipstick. Or you could use a matte liquid lipstick and then carefully apply some glittery eyeshadow on top of it. Glitter goals is the goals. Glitter goals. Glitter is the goal. Yeah. For the lips, I don't care how you do it. Do it safely though. And yeah, just get glitter lips. That's basically the whole idea. Fun thing about this lipstick is, that's the entire idea of it really. Once it's dry, when you smack your lips together, it goes full on glittery. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to dry, smack my lips together, and then we're done. And we're left with the final results. Yeah, the whole lip smacking, bring the glitter out thing, I'll include in the, you know, the little end montage you can watch after this, in like 2 seconds. Well, a little bit more than 2 seconds. I think that sentence was like longer than 2 seconds. Anyway, you get what I mean. It's at the end of this video. Yeah, but for now, I just want to finish the video in terms of talking, which means I'm just going to tell you thank you very much for watching this video, as always. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please click the like button. It would really help me out because it makes YouTube suggest my video more often to new people. If you don't want to miss any of my future videos, trust me, there's going to be a lot of festive looks in the near future. You can always subscribe to my YouTube channel. This was one of my more, you know, basic and easy and beginner friendly looks that I plan on doing. But I'm also going to do some really out there looks. I still have to like think them up and all, but yeah, they're going to come. So yeah, I'm also going to do vlogs obviously, and it's just going to be a fun month. Yeah, that's the whole plan. Other than that, yeah, that's basically it. Oh, also again, I already mentioned it, but if you want to know exactly what products I've used, you can find it below in the video description as always. But you obviously don't need to use the exact same products I did to get similar results. Other than that, yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you will have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!